Hi guys, I'm playing like a queen,
And I'm SpicedPlans.
and welcome to Hello Happy.
Yes, welcome to Hello Happy, a happy planner podcast.
Yes, so are you guys excited to be joining us on this podcast today?
Yay! We've been working on this for a really long time, you guys, and we are super, super excited about it. A podcast just devoted to Happy Planner and just everything that has to do with Happy Planner and all the man-be that you can possibly stand. So just put your happiest pants on because we're coming at you probably twice a month with a bunch of Happy Planner stuff. Right, Queen?
Yes, 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 yes. So, how are you today, Spice?
Oh, I'm so good. On this lovely day, I got to do a lot of napping, which is not my normal day, but today's kind of been unusual, so I've done a lot of resting. Um, but let's see, for our listeners, it's a Friday. It's a Friday. So I'm hoping that everybody is excited about their weekend and running out into a fun, exciting weekend. Spring is coming, so I know that everybody is planning all of those beautiful spring activities. I know we are. Are you looking forward to spring down there in beautiful Florida where you live?
Yes, I'm so ready for spring, but I do live in Florida, so spring is the blink of an eye. It's just hot all the time, but I am super excited for the gorgeous weather outside and sunshine and flowers. Oh, I just sound like a Bambi commercial.
No, you know how we sound? We sound really old.
True,
we yeah
true.
we, we just sound like old people, like, well, I've been out in my garden and I've been planting my flowers, and no, I will not lie to you, I have not done any yard work, and spring actually kind of terrifies me because I have terrible seasonal allergies. But anyway, you know what really makes me excited about spring is putting the spring stickers in my planner.
Oh
So
my God. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. This week for my planner, I was super excited to plan because I used sugar and spice. Ah,
oh, I love sugar and spice.
and oh my God, those stickers are so freaking gorgeous.
Yes, they
So
are.
I was so excited to slap them into my planner and just stare at the beautifulness of how gorgeous these Mambi stickers are and the joy that they bring to my heart.
Yeah. And you know what else I love? Most of the time when people hear someone say sugar and spice, they know exactly which stickers you're talking about. So if you don't, then you can check. Where did you get your sugar and spice stickers from? The Joanne Mega Sticker Book?
Yes, and
Yep.
that happens to be one of my favorite sticker books.
Yep. Yep. That's right. Um, it's weird that they didn't have those sugar and spice stickers when the sugar and spice planner was out. Yeah.
So,
So
Spice, would you like to tell them why we're doing this podcast?
yeah. So okay. I will loop back and just say this is Hello Happy, and this is a Happy Planner podcast. And Queen and I have been friends for a while, and we got to talking. How long have we been discussing this? It feels like a really long time now.
It's probably been at least
2 months?
maybe no, maybe a month.
A month?
Yeah.
It feels like it's taken a long time to me. But anyway, to figure out exactly how we wanted for this to look. So, what we want Hello Happy to be is a podcast that is for this community and about this community. We both watch all of the, Happy Planner live Instagram videos. We're up on their, YouTube channels. We know when there's about to be, I mean, even if it's just a small release that's, teacher planners or whatever, we both kind of know what's going on. And we accept and acknowledge that we are kind of a rabid fan base. And that's kind of what makes it fun, is hunting down the stuff. And on top of that, we also really love the community and how we all very much support each other. And the Instagram community is so massive. And every time I log on with my phone, I find somebody new to follow. And I find there's so many amazingly talented people out there that are doing such beautiful things with these products that sometimes I just can't even believe my eyes. So what we want to do is every other week, possibly every week, depending on how well this goes. We want to talk about the Happy Planner, lots of different topics that have to do with the Happy Planner. We have a whole list. So we have a whole, list of episode topics in store for you guys. Things that, we think that will be interesting to you, things that are interesting to us about the community. And we also want for you guys to respond and email us and talk to us and let us know how you're feeling about things. And this is not going to be a place to complain or air grievances or have, talk about pet peeves or anything like that. This is going to be a very happy, uplifting place, because that's the kind of the way that the Happy Planner, markets their products, is that we are a very happy group of people. And I can say that this product, this company, has done a lot as far as uplifting my life. So that's what we want to do, is just kind of piggyback off of the happiness that we feel when we look at our planners, and just kind of share that and hear from you guys and talk to you and bring some of you on and chat with you, and just basically bring a little bit of happy into your week, where we can all just talk about spreads and stickers and new releases and run into Hobby Lobby 3 times a week, even though we know we shouldn't, and all those kinds of things, all the things that go into being an active member of this community. So Queen, did I do it right? Is that kind of our vision for this?
I think you summed it up very, very well. I think we just really want to share our love of the Happy Planner products, and share our joy over the community and how we come together and the friendships we have made, and just really share with you guys our thoughts and our feelings on a lot of things that do happen in the community, or things that the new releases that are coming out, just share our thoughts and our feelings on these things with you guys. And me and Spice just thought this would be such a great thing to do, and we really feel like there's no one dedicated just to Happy Planner here for podcasts, and we thought this would be such a fun idea to bring to you guys.
Yeah, and fun is really where it's at, I think, more than anything else. We really just want to have a good time. We want to hear from you, and we want for this to be your podcast, and for it to definitely be something that the community feels like that they can be a part of. And, every week we will have, responses from you, and we want to make sure that, over on that Happy Planner, the Hello Happy Instagram that we have started, that we feature spreads that we were inspired by during the week, and we can reference those on the podcast and talk to you guys, and just make sure that everybody that is doing amazing things out there gets their day in the sun. So it's really just for you, from us, kind of a love letter to the Happy Planner. So that's definitely what we're doing. So, but the first thing that I think that we should do, Queen, do you have anything else that you want to add explaining the podcast before we move on to talk about kind of who we are?
No, you did an amazing job.
Okay. Thank you. And again, I'm going to have a really hard time differentiating between, the Happy Planner is the planner and Hello Happy is the podcast. So, anyway, so now we're just going to kind of tell you a little bit about who we are as people, not just as planners. So, Queen, why don't you take a few minutes and tell them about you as a person?
Okay, well, my name is Shonda. I am 33 years old, and I live in the beautiful Sunshine State of Florida. And what can I say? I have been in this planner community since about 2015. I joined, and I didn't even know there was a community for Happy Planners, first of all, or for planning in general. And it's just something that kind of I didn't know I needed, basically. And it's because I live with an invisible illness, which is PCOS, and that is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and I'm 1 in 10, so 1 in 10 women have it, and we live our lives taking it day by day. And for me, I feel like I personally needed something to help with my anxiety, and sometimes I would have depression, and I found the Happy Planner to be that. I found being creative to help me do that. As far as me as a person though, on the outside, I love doing everything that other girls love to do. I love shopping. I love planning. I love good food. Okay. Give me some good food. I am so happy, about food. If I can find some good food, I'm there for it. I enjoy going out to eat with my friends. If I love you, I'm one of those people that like you know that I love you, okay? So if I get to hang out with my good friends or get to talk to them online, I just enjoy that so much. And it's funny because I feel like I am an introvert in a lot of ways. I do like to be to myself. I like to be alone. I am an only child, so that's probably where it comes from. But I really do enjoy the times that I do get to hang out with my friends, and um, I am just a simple girl. I just like to be just to be me, to be creative. I like makeup, and that's really where I started online was in a beauty community. I was doing makeup and doing hair and fashion stuff, and it turned into a love of just being creative everywhere. I like to be creative in my planner. I like to be creative in my life. So I really do try to live my life as a part-time unicorn because I absolutely love rainbows, unicorns, mermaids. I love color.
You do.
And I just love to have fun. Yes. And Leanne knows, Spice knows that I absolutely freaking love color. Okay. If I could put a rainbow sticker down anywhere during the week for my planner, she knows that makes me so happy. But yeah, I'm just a fun girl who likes to have fun and just make friends and, just do the regular normal girl stuff. Nothing too crazy.
I think that that's a very perfect explanation of exactly yourself, of exactly who you are.
I'm a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just tie one label to me. And another thing, I don't like labels. I don't like when people label people. So I love to just be yourself and have fun. You know what I mean? That's the most important thing that you can ever do for yourself. I'm very weird. I'm quirky. I stand out. I'm the girl who doesn't mind wearing yellow hair or purple hair or pink hair and blue lipstick. Kids have literally had little kids point out at me and tell their mom, "Look, mommy Smurf," because I'm walking down the road with, blue hair or blue lipstick. So yeah, I definitely love to express myself, and I think that's something that I'm very, very proud of. And yeah, Spice, what about you? Tell us about you.
Well, if you want to talk about who is SpicedPlans, I love color too. So the two of us together just make this explosion of rainbow colors, and you're not going to see a beige planner between the two of us.
Never.
So, yes, SpicedPlans. I am Leanne, and I live in North Carolina. I have lived here my entire life, and I have a fantastic family. I have a husband. We can call him Mr. SpicedPlans. His name is Andy. And then I have two children, Daniel and Hannah. And I will not be able to avoid chatting about them some. Like, it's impossible to talk about my life and talk about my plans and talk about all of that kind of stuff without talking about what they have going on in their lives too. Because, I mean, if we don't put our families in their events and our planners, and what do we have them for? So part of the reason why I needed to start planning in the first place was because I just could not keep all of these people's events straight. I also have, my parents live really close by, and my mom is not retired yet, but she will be soon, and their lives are super busy too. So, keeping everybody straight is challenging. I'm a teacher. I teach high school English and film. So that is super fun. I know that may not be what everyone thinks of teaching, but I absolutely love my job. There's a lot of things that go with my job that are super irritating, But I teach 11th grade English, and then I teach a film class at my high school. And I love going there every single day. I'm not one of those people that dreads a Sunday night because I don't mind going to work on Monday morning. The hardest part, I guess, about having the teaching job is just having to get up so early in the morning, and, also having two children that are also in school, and, my husband having a full-time job. We also have pets. We have one dog. Her name is Leia, and we have two cats. They are Comet and Chewy, so you may hear about them too. They are a big part of our lives. We are just very busy, so keeping up with my job and life is challenging. Let me see, what else about me? I am a depression warrior, definitely. If you want to talk about invisible illnesses, I sometimes, have a hard time just getting myself up in the morning. But that is how this community and, the Happy Planner and everything has made such a huge impact on my life, because I seriously, the mantras and the little stickers that say all of the positive things that I put down in my planner, I mean, I use those to give me strength to keep going, and to keep, when things start to feel hard, there's almost always a sticker for that situation. So, we're obviously not talking about our personal health battles, looking for any kind of, oh, poor them, but it's just part of our lives and the things that we struggle with. And there's a lot of people, I believe, Shonda, in our community that deal with PCOS and deal with depression and deal with, all kinds of things. So I think that, talking about this stuff is important. And, I'm definitely coming up on the tail end of, a serious battle with depression that I feel like I'm winning. So that's super positive. And I think that, having the Instagram and the YouTube channel and now the podcast and all of these wonderful things in my life that keep me moving, kind of towards a goal, that this has, changed my life in so many positive ways. And then as far as my planning personality and my personality in general, we had a conversation the other day about me being an Aries. Didn't we talk about that?
Yes, because my hubs is an Aries, and
we have the same birthday.
They have the same birthday, you guys. That is so crazy to me. And I said, no wonder she does stuff that I'm kind of like, what? And and then when she said her birthday, I was like, oh my God, I have two freaking Aries running around.
Yeah. So I'm definitely a fire sign. I do a lot of things, full speed ahead. And then I have a hard time finishing what I start. I don't know if you notice that that's a trend in your own husband's life, but I definitely, we'll get started on a project like really gung ho, and then it just kind of fizzles out, and then I'll start something else. So that's something that in my life that I'm trying to correct. I'm fighting against that, as my natural instinct. So anyway, I feel like I'm a kind of a born leader, which is helpful in the classroom for sure. But I have a tendency to be a little bit bossy. That's a negative word, but it has a tendency to be true. I really, really like correcting people when they're wrong. And that's difficult in a marriage. So just FYI, folks. So, there's a lot of things about my nature that I'm trying to kind of work against. So I'm learning how to channel my character defects into something positive. So planning has been awesome for me, because I never saw myself as an artistic person. And then I stumbled across this, and it became a way to channel a lot of things into something that was very positive. So what better way, I guess, to transition into how we started planning? I mean, don't you think yes. Do you have anything extra that you want to say about me? Did I miss anything?
I mean, no, you didn't miss anything. I do want to say that you said that you are working on, I don't want to say that you're working on negative things about you, because that's not negative. I feel like you're a human, and we are human. We're not perfect.
Right.
But what we can do is strive every day to be a better version of ourselves. and
Yeah.
not be so hard on ourselves, because I am a Libra, but I am a true hard critic on myself. Like, I had to work on that, because if I didn't work on, like, okay, there's going to be imperfections, there's going to be little things that you can't control, I would never be doing some of the things that I'm doing now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we had this conversation before that I told you that this was my year of bold and brave.
Yes.
Because I kept saying things like, someone would say, well, do you do makeup? I'd be like, yeah, but not really. Could you help me with this? Yeah, but I have something, I was missing out on great opportunities because I was letting fear or whatever stand in front of me. And so this year, 2019, I decided that it was going to be my bold and brave year, where I just don't say no. I say yes. And I try. You know what I mean? Like, it won't, if it fails, it won't be because I didn't try. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I think I like that about you, because I have the same thing where, when I was little, people would be like, you're so bossy. And it would be because I was the only child, so I didn't really have to, be around other people. I did what I was. I didn't have to share. I didn't have to share it all, But bossy sometimes is not a bad thing. I think, especially when you're doing it to people that you love, you're not trying to boss them around. You're just trying to, it's your way of showing them that you love them, basically.
Yeah, that's very true. And I'm an only child too, so we definitely probably have some of those characteristics that are similar,
right.
And we don't have to share our toys.
No, not at all.
But man, doesn't it suck when you grow up and then you realize that you have to share your toys?
It does. But you know what? I think once you learn that you have to share your toys, and you open up to other people, you make so many great friendships and relationships and memories. So we are working on better versions of ourselves. So as far as how I started planning, oh gosh, I feel like I've always been some type of planner. Like, I would get so pumped and so juiced about that free planner they would give you in school. Like, I'd be like, I can't wait for the first day of school, because I'm going to get my new agenda. It's going to be all cute. And girl, I didn't do nothing but write homework assignments in there and doodle boys' names that I liked. That's it. Okay.
I couldn't keep it up. Like, I would start it and then,
nothing. It would end up in the bottom of my backpack somewhere. Like,
yeah. Yeah, so, by September, that thing was trash.
Right. So I think I used to just, I've always loved paper and pencil. Let me say that. My mom will tell you that I inherited that from my grandmother, because my grandmother loves paper and pencil. And I really do love paper and pens. Like, I will buy a fresh box of pens just to say I got a fresh box of pens. Not because I need them. I just want to say I have them, But when I really started planning was around 2015. I had been doing like my own thing, entrepreneuring, trying to work on my beauty channel. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to go back to work. And I went and I got a job. And in that time frame of having a job, we were also trying to move to a new place. The Hubs was working 2 jobs. And I was just everywhere. Like, everything in my head was everywhere. Trying to call for movers, trying to call apartments to see where we wanted to move. Just trying to do basic daily tasks it was too much. I had doctor's appointments. I had to keep up with his schedule. And around that time, I went and got like a generic planner. Actually, Ellie bought me this planner, which is my BFF, if you guys don't know. I can't remember where she got it. I want to say like maybe Barnes and Nobles or something. And it was like such a generic planner, but like I had so much fun like planning in this planner. Like, I was able to put down important dates. I was able to put down appointments. I was just able to keep track of everything. My work schedule, Hub's work schedule, when he, because he was working 2 jobs, and it was just so much crazy madness. And this planner was, if you guys were to see this planner, it was a pink cheetah print planner, and I would put it was like a horizontal layout, and I would buy Dollar Tree stickers, and I would stick them everywhere possible. Okay.
Do you have that planner still?
I still have it. I had Lisa Frank stickers everywhere, Monster
Could
High
you
stickers
please
everywhere.
photograph that planner? Please photograph that planner and put it on the Hello Happy Instagram. Like that would be so fun for all of our listeners to see.
Okay, I will do that because let me tell you, that planner is a hot mess. And I would put sticky notes everywhere in that planner. It was crazy. And I just realized like a planner worked for me. And while I was working, the job that I had at the time was stressful because we had lost our manager, and so they were working us as like me and one other girl, the key holders, as managers, and it was crazy. So if somebody called out, basically we had to do what a manager would do. We would have to stay and work a double or whatever, and I just felt so stressed. And I mean, I was so stressed that at one point I had told the hubs, I was like, I think I need to go get medication. And that was the first time I ever felt like I needed medication. I need some kind
Yeah.
of anxiety pill. Like I'm freaking out. And what I realized is that when I started planning in my planner every week, I would feel a little bit of my anxiety like release. It was me and my planner time. Sometimes I would pack my stuff in my purse and I would take my planner to work, and while I wasn't busy I would plan in my planner, and it would make my day feel a little bit better because I knew I had everything organized. I would just have to check off the things that I needed to do, and it was like my one-on-one time with myself, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
And so after that I went into like planning, just planning crazy. I was just like, I'm all about this. I'm gonna jump head in. And I went to Target and I bought another planner because that planner ended. And I don't even remember what this planner was, but I still have it. And I was in love. And I kept telling Ellie, you should plan, you should plan. And she kept going, I'm fine. She had like a Dollar Tree planner and it would drive me crazy. And I would be like, no, you should get one of these planners. And then the more I started looking at, I was looking for girls who planned, like what type of planners do they use? What kind of stickers do they use? And one day, I will never forget this girl's name. Her name is Planner Sarah. I was following her at the time. I only had my beauty Instagram. So I was following her from my beauty Instagram and I saw her happy planner and I was
Is
like,
she on Instagram, Planner Sarah?
I don't think she's on Instagram anymore because I went back to look for her and I couldn't find her.
I'm gonna look.
But I I loved her happy planner. Like I was like, what is this? What's the name? Where did you get it? How do you do these layouts? What stickers do you use? Like I was so blown away.
Yeah.
And she was telling me that, go to Michael's, and I promise you I asked her like questions for like weeks about the planner because I was I don't know, I'm one of those people. This sounds so weird and it drives my boyfriend like insane. Okay, so this is what I do. I like to get I like to get a book, and if it's put together like how, say for now I'm using my squad goals planner, and I like to use that whole planner. And so now I'm not like that, but before I just feel like, okay, no, I have to use all of this planner. Like I have to use all of Glam Girl. I have to use all of whatever planner I have to use all of it. So I just didn't want to switch. So the planner that I had was coming up to the end, and I still didn't really know if I really would be happy with a happy planner. So I decided to go and buy a different planner. And I liked the spread in the planner, and something in me was just like, you have to go and buy a happy planner. You have to go and buy that planner. It was a planner that I had saw, and it just kept replaying in my mind. The colors were gorgeous. And I don't know what the name of that planner is, but I need to find out the name of that happy planner. But it had pink disc on it and like these little rainbow circles on the front of it. Oh my gosh, we have to figure out the name of that planner because it's so freaking cute. I went to Michael's and I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy a happy planner. And I looked around, and I just kept coming back to that planner. Any other planner I looked at, it was something about that planner that was like, take me home. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take you home. And so I took that planner up to the register. I didn't even buy any happy planner stickers at all. I saw some of the stickers and I was kind of like, I don't need those. I got tons of stickers at home, which is true, because I am a sticker collector. So I I bought that planner. I came home and I did my very first spread. And Spice, I showed you my spread the other night. You remember I showed you that rose spread with the glitter washi?
Yes, it was so pretty.
I was inspired by like Beauty and the Beast or something, and that's why I did that.
Yeah.
And that was like my very first spread, and I was like, okay, I like this, but I think I need to do a little more. And maybe like a month later, it was a planner meetup at Michael's, and I was at home with my mom, and my mom was like, sure, I'll take you. Let's go up here to the planner meetup, because I had told her she should try planning. And from then on, it just took off. Like, some of the girls were so interested in my planner to see what I had done. They're like, "Oh, you're so creative," and I was looking at their planner like, "Oh my God, you can make your own dashboard. You can add in extra stuff," because I had no clue. And from there, it just went to a whole nother level. I realized I could put my grocery list in there. I could write my feelings in there if I wanted to. I could have a gratitude section. It was just so many things that I could
put my feelings in here.
Yes.
Oh my God.
What? I can make this a journal section? Like, it just blew my mind. Like, that is one of the things that I think I love about Happy Planner the most, is being able to add in things you want into your planner and taking out things you don't want, and being able to Franken-plan. Or, I'm not really a big fan of the Transformer planner, but if that's what you wanted to do, you could do that. You could add in 2 or 3 planners and have just that one book to carry around. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I have been planning ever since. It gives me a little bit of a high, a little bit of a joy to just pull my planner out every week and sit down and have my one-on-one time with me and my planner, and just be creative and make it your own experience. You know what I mean? Because remember, we talked about this about a couple of days ago, Spice, about how I did that planner spread last week, and I was like, why did I do that to my planner?
You tried to make it look just like the cover of Simply Lovely.
Right. I was trying. Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Every time I think about that to myself, I'm just like, what were you thinking? I literally was looking at how other people plan, and I love seeing how other people plan. I love it. But you know what I realized? Everybody has a planning style.
Yeah.
And if you find your planning style, stick to it.
Yeah, because as soon as you try to, okay, yeah, because there's one girl out there on Instagram whose style that I really love, and I tried to kind of mimic her for a while, and I made a big mess every week, and it took me 3 hours to create a spread. And we'll talk about her. She's not a happy planner. She plans in an Erin Condren. And yeah, you just got to plan. You just got to do it your way. And that's the beauty of the community, is that, you plan your way, and then you put your picture out there, and there is somebody in this community that's going to like it. I mean, that is just
very true. Very true.
That's just the way it goes. I mean, you just can't stray from what makes you happy, because once you start planning for somebody else, then you've lost the you've lost the vision or whatever. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
I totally get what you're saying. So like I said, for me, that's how I started planning. I basically almost just like needed something to get things done, and then I stumbled into Happy Planner, and I've just lost my mind there. I've never left Happy Planner. I've been there since 2016, and I've just been in this wonderful community. So, how did you start planning, Spice? Because you're a teacher, so I know you need to get your life organized all day, every day.
Well, so I wish that I could say that I've always been super organized, because yes, I am this distinguished teacher. But yeah, so lesson plans for me have not always come easy. They, have had all these different kinds of ways that they've wanted for us to keep them. So I've never really had, a plan, like a planner specifically for my lesson plans until now. And I was like you in that I always wanted a planner. I always loved the idea of keeping a planner. And when I was a kid, they would give us the agenda at school, and it always was like super ugly. Like, it had a picture of the school on the front. You remember? Like, you
Yes,
know,
I
and
was always ugly. Yes.
yeah, and it was like thin, spiral bound. It was horizontal layout, and it would have like, the photograph of the school on the front, and then like in weird, boring font, it would just say like the year and the name of the school. And a lot of times they would use those as like your pass. Like that's how you would get to go to the bathroom. Like if you had your
Right.
planner, like you could have somebody sign your teacher would sign it so that you could go out to the bathroom. Anyway, I've seen them utilized in a lot of different kinds of ways. So, I would be excited to get that, but I never really wanted to use the ugly one that they gave us at school. I always, at the beginning of the school year, when it was time to buy new school supplies, I would always try to find a pretty one. And, then I would kind of get in trouble with my teachers because I wasn't using the ugly one with the school on the front. I was using like the pretty one that I bought separate from that. So I never could kind of marry the two together. I couldn't figure out like what am I supposed to do with this one that they gave us at school versus this like pink polka dotted one that I bought, at CVS or wherever we got my school supplies. So, but the problem is that I could not keep it together. So I would get all these pretty colored pens and I would make this plan like, okay, so for math class, I'm going to write in green. And for English class, I'm going to write in blue. And, I would do like this blah, blah. I can talk. So I would do like this color coding thing. And then, by the time like September, October would roll around, I was the same like disorganized mess that I have always been. And even as a grown up, if I would buy a paper planner, and I guess when I say grown up, I mean like maybe college or like once I graduated from college and I stopped being a student and I stopped needing to keep up with assignments, I don't think I ever bought a calendar after that that I can remember. I mean, maybe we had a calendar on the refrigerator, like a wall calendar maybe that. I mean, once I started using my phone for everything, um, when I got my first iPhone back in 2007 and I saw that there was a calendar on there and I could keep up with my activities and my digital calendar, I stopped, using a pen and paper. And then, I mean, once the iPads started coming out and, I started, getting to be an adult where I could buy laptops and things like that, I was keeping everything kind of digital. And then my husband and I have a shared calendar on the phone where if he has, if he has the thing, he can put it in there and I get the notifications. And so for the longest time, that's how we were keeping things. So it wasn't until this time last year, I mean, like literally a year ago, like to the day almost, that I was getting ready to have a birthday. I guess I didn't mention in my introduction that I'm 30-ish years old.
You're 30-ish. Okay.
That I am a person in her mid-ish, 30-ish ages. And I'm a little older than you, but I'm not 40, so let's just put it like that. So I was about to have a birthday, and I was like, okay, I have got to get myself together. I don't know what hit me, but I just said, all right, I'm gonna get a planner. And that idea just kind of thrilled me. Like I had that same kind of like thrill that I would get as a child before school would start, where, ooh, I'm going to get to buy a new planner. And, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, I'm going to buy this and then I'm never going to actually write in it. And I made this promise to myself, that's not going to happen. You're going to buy it and you're going to keep it and you're really going to get your life together and it's going to be fine. So I can picture myself. I remember I was sitting on the couch in our living room and I was scrolling Amazon on my phone for a planner because that's where I buy everything is Amazon. Because why leave the house when you can have somebody bring it to you? That's super enabling for depression warriors is that I don't actually have to leave the house to buy anything. I don't have to, leave the house for groceries everything can be delivered right here. So, so I ordered my planner from Amazon and there were so many other ones on there. I think that there's a company called Bloom that makes a planner, several different kinds. But I came across the Happy Planner, and it came in a box kit. Mm-hmm. And I'll put a picture of my first planner box kit, my first Happy Planner box kit on the Hello Happy Instagram so that everybody can see like which one I brought home first. But the cover of it said, it was pink and gold, and it said best year ever. And I was like, that's right. This is going to be the best year ever. So, like I was already like buying into the whole, like if I look at this cover and it says best year ever, if I look at it enough, like that's going to become true. And it came with stickers and a couple folders, I think, and some extra paper maybe. I don't know what all it came with. But I had no idea what I was getting. I really had no idea what I was doing at all. And I bought some extra sticker books. There were so many sticker books on Amazon. There were so many. And I don't remember which ones I got. I think I got Planner Basics and maybe the mom one. So I got a whole bunch of sticker books. So when it all came from Amazon, I had no idea what to do with the stuff. So I started watching the YouTube videos. And there's, so many YouTube videos online. But I'll give you 3 guesses of who I found first.
Okay. I'm going to say At Home with Keita.
Nope. Strike 1.
Heather Kell.
Heather Kell. Heather Kell.
And I was going to say her first, but I was like, I'm just going to mention Keita first.
Okay, so I found Kell of a Plan, and she has so many videos, right?
She really does.
And she has so many different videos with all these different layouts, and I had no idea when I bought my planner that there were more than one kind of layout. I mean, I didn't even know what I was I didn't know when I bought my planner that there was a certain kind of layout to be looking at. Like, I didn't know what I was doing at all. So, anyway, I started watching her videos, and I, managed to put together a first spread, because the planner that I bought was undated. So, and you've seen a picture of my first spread. I mean, I was writing all over full box stickers, and it was,
I'm telling you, our first planners are disasters because I don't know what I was doing.
Well, I didn't know what I was doing. And, I also, I figured out that this was going to be very expensive. And I was like, how have I stumbled upon such an expensive hobby? Because, of course, I wanted to have all of the Happy Planner things. If I was watching the videos, and it wasn't just Heather Kell. I was watching At Home with Keita, and I was watching Kimberly Lauren Crafts and some of the other ones that were on YouTube. And they were using the Happy Planner products because, of course, they were. And, they were using sticker books that I didn't have. And I was like, well, I'm going to have to get those sticker books. But then I realized that there's this whole nother world out there on Etsy where, you just go like deep down in this rabbit hole. And I had no idea. I was like, okay, so what is the difference between like the monthly layout and the weekly? It was all these words. Like there's a whole vocabulary that you have to learn when you join this community. And, right. I didn't know if I was supposed to make my monthly match my weeklies, or if my weeklies in 1 month were all supposed to be the same, like if they were supposed to all like kind of have the same theme. So, I was looking on Etsy for, I was like, why can I not get a kit on Etsy that is enough stickers to last me the whole month? Like, what is this, a weekly kit for $18? Right? I was like, this is crazy. Like, I had no idea what I was looking at because when I saw like the prices for like a full weekly kit on Etsy, but of course they're not cheap because someone has designed those and cut them, and they're, this is not the same as something that's mass produced. So, I just didn't understand what I was looking at. And then, I went down the rabbit hole with the box punches and the, scrapbook paper and, everything else. So it's just, it has been awesome. Let me just put it that way. So now I guess the question that everyone is going to ask me is, did I get my life together? And a year later, has it been the best year ever? I know that you're sitting over there like, well, come on, tell us the end. Well, I would not say that, like anyone else, is my life together. My life is totally different. Let me just put it like that. Um, Finding this thing, finding the Happy Planner, finding this community, finding this hobby has completely changed everything. I mean, I my whole outlook on life is totally different. I mean, the fact that I carry around with me in my bag every single day, a piece of paper, a book that is constantly telling me, choose joy, choose happy, choose kindness, all of these things, you got this, the kinds of affirmations that I stick down in my planner are undeniably positive. And that's the kind of stuff that I need in my life. Um, and remembering that happiness is a choice, regardless of anything else that's going on. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing. So, I mean, was it the best year ever? I don't know. In comparison to what? I mean, I didn't get married or have a baby or didn't have any kind of huge life-changing thing. Finding the Instagram community was just like, wow, I could not believe it. So, and then I found you.
Yes. We found
So,
each other.
I mean, I think that, yeah, you know what? I am going to say it's been the best year ever. Is that safe to say? It's been awesome. Like, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I mean, I love my family, my kids. Let's not get, like, ahead of ourselves. But as far as, like, things that you can buy and, product that you can own, it's so awesome. How many times can SpicedPlans say awesome in one podcast?
I don't know. Every time she says it, take a shot.
Next podcast, drinking game. That's what we're doing. How many times? How many times can she say it? I love the Happy Planner. Okay, so yeah, that's why I plan, or that's why I started planning, or how I started planning. And right now I'm trying to think what I'm using now. I'm using a big Happy Planner, and there just are not very many of us big Happy Planners. Did you know that?
I did, and excuse me. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah, why? It's discrimination.
I I own a big Happy Planner, and I didn't get it until last year. A friend of mine sent me a Michael's gift card for my birthday, and I bought one. And I bought it for memory planning. And while I was trying to memory plan in this thing, because I started it this year because it was undated, I realized, how in the heck do people carry around this big planner as like their catch-all? I would die.
It's awesome.
Just, but then again, there are people, like, now I write smaller, or I can write smaller, but I used to write real big, and I would see why you need that extra room. If you're trying to put stickers and all this other stuff in your planner, and then you write real big, you need a lot of space. So I do think it has its purpose, but I just feel like I couldn't carry a big Happy Planner with me or use it every day. It would just drive me crazy.
Well, I have two planners, and Lord knows that I just told a lie to you, because I have 400 planners. But and we're gonna get into that too.
And while you have 400 planners, is there an order on the way for a new planner?
No, I've already got all my orders, so
okay.
Watch it.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, we'll talk about the March 8th release in just a minute. So I have two planners, or three planners. Four.
She doesn't know how many planners she has. She uses so many, people.
Okay, so I have got 4 disc-bound books that travel with me. So some of them don't make it into the bag every day, but most of the time I'm carrying with me these 4 disc-bound books. So I have my work planner, which is a big Happy Planner. Okay. And right now, the layout that I'm using in my big Happy Planner is the big dashboard layout, which I love. And when they first showed us when they first showed us the dashboard layout in that Supermom, I was like, what is this? Like, this is so weird. Nobody's going to be able to put a sticker on this. Like, there's nowhere on this that anybody can put a sticker. Like, it's all, like, I felt like it was just going to be super functional and nobody was ever going to figure out how to decorate it. And of course, the community responded in this beautiful, talented way. And people started getting that Supermom planner. And bam, if all of these beautiful spreads didn't start coming out in that dashboard layout. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. So I got the extension for the Classic and I started trying to decorate it. And I realized that it was my jam. So then when they released the big extension, I thought, I'm going to try this for work. And it is perfect for me for work because one side has all my to-do lists for the week. Because in my job, that seems to be what I need. I need a place in my planner for the list of things that I need to do for that week. And then on the other side, I have, here's what we're doing in class on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then I just cover up Saturday and Sunday because I don't work on the weekends. And then I write down there what we're doing next week. So it's just working out perfect. And then I also have some other sections in there. I have a big section of like happy notes and stuff back there in case I'm in a meeting and need to take notes. And what I love about that big size is that if I get handouts at meetings, the handouts are always in just like regular size, like regular paper size. So I can come home and punch it with my big pink, punch, and it fits into my big happy planner in a section that I have that is just like work handouts. So it works out perfect for work. And then for my catch-all planner, I still use Classic because I can't get away from Classic. Classic Happy Planner, I just don't know how to quit you. Because all of the fun accessories are for the Classic planner, like the Be Happy box. All of that stuff is Classic size because Happy Planner does not like the big planner. And I say that with a tear, if you could see the tear emoji. They're not making any more sticker books for the big planner. They don't make like super fun accessories for the big planner. So all of the super fun stuff is Classic size. So I have to kind of stay in that world. So my catch-all planner is a Classic, and it's got a section in it that is like a journal section for me to write down my feelings.
Yes, right? Oh my God.
Because I can put my feelings in there.
I was like, I can put feelings in here. I can put everything.
Yeah. So I have a section back there where I can write down my feelings. And then I have a mini. And then I also have my half sheet, what we're all calling right now a Fobonichi Weeks half sheet happy notes that I've been hauling around with me too. So something has got to go. I mean, I really don't know why I have all of these things with me all the time. But you know what? When I look in my bag, when I arrive at work in the morning and I sit down at my desk before any students come in and I look in my bag, I just get really happy. Like to look into my bag and see all those discs smiling up at me.
I don't know. That's funny that you say that because I experienced that this weekend. So I don't know. I just felt like really happy having my planners in my purse, and I could just look down in my tote and see all my little planners.
Mm-hmm. I don't even have to get them out. Like,
nope. Just look at them.
Just knowing that they're there, and then if I needed to get them out for any reason, that they're there. So I tried this year when the new year rolled over into 2019 to switch my work planner stuff, my work planner situation to Classic size. I was like, okay, this year I'm switching everything to Classic. I'm going to put the big planner behind me and just move to Classic. And I just couldn't do it. So I went back to the big, and I just need to accept that I am a big girl. Okay. Like, I just need to accept it, and luckily there are people on the YouTube that do plan in the big planner. So, and I've bought a couple big planners in this new release. Not really any of your business, Shonda, how many. Mm-hmm.
We're going to get to that soon, so.
Oh, are we?
Yes.
So, what planners are you carrying with you right now?
Oh my gosh. So right now I don't carry my classic with me, but I am using the classic squad goals. The only time I take that planner with me is like maybe a doctor's appointment sometimes because I have everything in there. It's a catch-all.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love the girls. I don't know. I just fell in love with that planner, and I got that planner for such a bomb deal. Like I got that planner for $6, and I was a happy girl. So I just absolutely love it. I didn't even.
How did you get it for $6?
Okay, so Joann's was having Tuesday morning was having a sale that all their planners were like $9.99, something crazy like that, right?
Yeah.
And then I went to Michael's and said, "Hey, do you honor the Tuesday morning ad?" Because it was online, and they were like, "Yeah, we do." And he rung it up for $9.99, but the regular 40% off at the store came off as well.
Shut up.
Along with every sticker book that I bought that day, because the sticker books were on sale at Tuesday morning for $5.99, and so the 40% rung off that as well, and I got every sticker book for like $3 and some change.
Oh my God.
So I just walked right on out that store, just happy go lucky, I'd have
been calling Andy like, you're gonna need to pull up at the front because I just robbed the store. They're gonna find me.
It was crazy. It was crazy. I could not believe the deal that I got.
Wow.
So I'm using that as basically my classic catch-all. And then I am using the Squad Goals mini because, like I said, I love those girls so much. And I think you talk about being a seasonal planner. That planner is very seasonal. And fall is my favorite season. And, of course, we know why. I was born in October. So fall is like one of my absolute favorite seasons. And those little girls that are in that fall section of the Squad Goals planner are everything to me. They're just so adorable, so cute, and I just really love my mini and my classic. Now my mini planner is also a catch-all, but I use it as like a catch-all on the go. So most of the time I do try to keep it in my purse because I'll add like grocery list in there. I'll add like doctor's appointments, and I'll try to write down like a bunch of information that I need to ask the doctor when I go. I try to keep our family trips when we have to go home on the weekends, and like hubby's schedule. I try to keep all of that stuff wrapped up into that planner. So it's basically just, like I said, my catch-all on the go. And recently I fell into the hole of the Fobonichi. So I created me a Fobonichi, and you guys, I'm so in love. I posted my first spread on Saturday.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, I'm over the moon at how cute it came out. I feel like it could have been a little bit better, but I think I'm so in love with this style. Like being able to just put down your daily priorities in your Hobonichi, like, or your Fobonichi weeks or whatever you have going on, is something that will work for me, especially when you have like things that are your top priority and you must get them done today. Being able to open your half sheet notebook and see, okay, these are my priorities for today, get them done, check them off, and go about life.
Yes. And that's what I did with my Fobonichi. Is just like, okay, if I don't get anything else done today, I have to get this one thing done. And that's what I can fill into my little Fobonichi, is that like, here's the the top 2, top 3 things that have to get done.
Yes.
Anything else that I write down, if I don't get it done, it's fine. I can call the Fobonichi like, this is my priorities book.
Right. And I made sure to keep like social media in there because as of right now, me and you are doing this podcast. I also run 2 YouTube channels and 2 Instagrams. That are now 3 Instagrams. So I'm gonna need to keep my life together in my social media world.
Yeah.
So I really do I really just love the disbound system. I love being able to add in notes, take out what you don't need, and you can create different sections for each thing, being able to add in maybe a section for journaling, maybe a section for gratitude, have a section for your monthly stuff. I just really love being able to add in or take out whatever I need and to be creative, because I love watching those videos, where people are creating like dashboards and extra inserts, and I don't know, I just love watching those type of videos, and it just always inspired me to like look around my house and see the things that I have and say, oh, I could add this into my planner, or I can add this, make this a cover for my planner. It's great. A lot of things that you can just do yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those are the 3 things that I'm using right now. I'm also using a Happy Notes as my kind of like my faith notebook. I'm really just using it for more like scripture writing. And I started there because I originally wanted a planner dedicated to scripture writing, but I decided to start with a Happy Notes and see how I would fill it out and how it would work for me before I graduate to another planner. So I'm using four things: two Happy Notes and 2 Happy Planners.
Well, you know that there's a Happy Notes that is devoted to faith planning, right?
Yes, I did see that one come out, and I saw it at Hobby Lobby.
Well, you know that I can always just put in like a little Manby order from the web, from the shop. I mean, I'm not above like placing more orders on that hot Manby website.
Well, speaking of that, let's talk about the March 8th release and what we were able to score from this release and how we were in these planner streets. Mob deep, okay, trying to get our stuff, because I tell you, no lie, I promise you that I tell Spice this all the time, that Happy Planner sells paper crack.
Yeah.
And we were in these planner streets just looking for every piece of paper that they had out that we could buy, because I was going crazy. I was losing my mind. And
it's terrible.
Spice, you not only did your haul, and came back and did how many more orders after that?
You know what? I think that is between me and I don't think that is any of anybody's business. Nor is it anybody's business how many times I went to Hobby Lobby.
Oh my gosh. Okay, at this point, I'm probably going to be banned from Hobby Lobby.
Those people hate me. Oh my gosh. Those people hate me. And Hobby Lobby, okay, so this is the worst part, is that like we have all these memes, like there's all these memes out here about like how excited people get when they're going to go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann or whatever. And I'll be honest with you, it is stressful. Like I get stressed out. Like when I'm in the car on my way to one of those places, I'm like a ball of stress, because I already know that if there's somebody else in that aisle, that I'm going to have to be like stealthy, trying to be like sneaky, trying to look like I'm not interested in that stuff. Like, because if I get too excited, like what if they put up something new? And then I get all excited and then they think, oh, well, I'm going to buy that before she gets a chance to grab it. Like it is serious, like warfare out there. So, yes. Like I'm always trying to just be cool. Or what if I get there and even though I called them 20 minutes ago, the woman that I talked to didn't really know what I was talking about. And she says, yes, they have this and this, but then they don't really have it or whatever, So, I mean, I just feel like the stress that goes with the running up and down the streets trying to find the stuff in the store. And this particular release, I feel like, has been extra stressful for people. And that is what I've heard the most over on the IG, because I will post a picture of some sticker books and my response from people has been, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous because I can't find this one. And then I'll tell them like the places where I know that they're going to be available. And the response that I get back is, well, my Joann doesn't have anything but the baby stuff. Or, well, the Manby shop is already sold out. Or whatever.
What you just said is so true. Because literally I live down the street from a Joann's. And all my Joann's has had is the few little sticker books that I did purchase that I shared on my IG.
Mm-hmm.
And the baby stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The baby stuff is in every Joann's, but everything else is not in Joann's. And it has been really, this release I was very, very excited for, because before all the other Happy Planner stuff come out, like I said, I started planning in 2016. So like when I found out about the Glam Girls the first time around, I didn't even know that Happy Planner did releases like that, first of all. So I completely missed out on all of that stuff. The only thing that I got for that release was the Glam Girl Planner, and it was in the classic size. I got no stickers. I got no nothing, because it was no nothing on the shelf. It was bare. I mean, just bare minimum, nothing. When I did go to, I want to say, I went to Hobby Lobby first this time around for the new release.
Yeah.
I was very, very excited, but what I quickly found out is that planner anxiety and FOMO is real. People start to freak out that they're not going to get the stuff.
Yeah.
Just a lot of weird stuff, you know? And because you can't find these products and you're seeing everybody posting them, you start to get anxiety. I have to go to Joann's every day. I have to call Joann's every day. I have to go to Hobby Lobby every day. I have to call Hobby Lobby every day. You know, you start to freak yourself out because you're so in this mode of, I have to get this, I have to get that, I have to get this. And my first time around shopping, I only got a Happy Notes, a mini Happy Notes, and I think like not even a sticker book. It was like some disc. I think I got like the rainbow expander disc. That's all I walked out of Hobby Lobby with, because I missed out on a couple of things the first time around. And I just thought like, okay, I'm not going to find this stuff, or it's going to be really hard to find. Do you know what I mean? In the store.
You have the rainbow expander discs, like the big ones?
I was able to find those the first time around because they had the metal ones in the store.
Okay.
Have you found them?
Well, I mean, I have never used the big expander discs on any of my planners. So the times that I have seen them in the store, I haven't picked them up. But then, of course, you know, I start to feel like, well, maybe I needed to get those rainbow expander discs. Like,
I have expander discs on both of my mini and my classic.
Your mini has expander discs? The big ones?
Yes. And they are rainbow as well.
Wow.
And I recently changed out, and I didn't use the metal ones. I used the plastic rainbow disc for those. What I realized is I put a lot of stuff in my planners, both planners. And so I needed the expander disc. But like I said, in the stores, you're just having a hard time finding new product. And something that I realized with this release was that they're telling you that this is going to be at Hobby Lobby and Joann. Everybody is like looking for this stuff, and Joann has yet to get any product.
Yeah.
And the problem that I had with that was, okay, you're telling us that this is going to be the release for March 8th or mid-March, whenever Joann gets it. Joann doesn't even know that they're getting new product. So when you go in and ask for a sticker book, they're looking at you like, girl, what you talking about?
Well, they're always like, well, yeah, we have a Happy Planner aisle. No, it's so funny because, like, I'll go in there and, I mean, you know what it's like. And I'm just going to give you guys, just everybody, unless you're driving, just close your eyes and come with me down the aisles of Joann. You know, like, you go in the store and you've got your hopes set really high and you're like, today is going to be my day. This is the time. And you go in there and you go to that Happy Planner section, which is always trashed. Like, seriously, if Stephanie Fleming went into my Joann and saw what that aisle looked like, I mean, she would be like, I'm going to need to see the manager. Because it is horrifying. And I'm not trying to say that it's Joann's fault, whoever she is, Joann, the lady herself, that the store looks like that. Okay, like, I know that it's the people that shop the products that we're animals. Like, They come in there, they swap out covers, they steal discs, they steal sticker books. I mean, like I've seen pictures online of people that are, you know, they're showing pictures online of sticker books that have been locked up in glass cases because people are sitting back there. I mean, seriously, I'm picturing like rabid dogs, okay? There's girls sitting on the floor in the back of Michael's, like pulling pages out of sticker books. Like it is so crazy. But like I'm looking, and you know those pegboards where they hang things are like half empty, and then there'll be like one little, you know, center kiosk thing that's supposed to have some stuff on it, and it's completely empty. And you know, the worst part about it is that I will have literally just looked at their website, and I'm like, okay, Simply Lovely sticker book, 5 in stock at your store. Okay, if it says that there's 5 in stock, I'm going to drive over there and expect to see 5 hanging from that pegboard, right? Right? I mean, is that not what you would assume?
Right.
So then you go over there, and you guys hopefully still have your eyes closed and you're still picturing your Joanne with me. I'm sure yours looks the same as mine. And then you get there and they don't have any. So I'm super polite. I'm never going to be mean to a Joanne employee because it's not their fault that we go in there and trash their store. That's not their fault. So then you go over to the employee and you say, I'm looking for this sticker book. And you read them the SKU or whatever that UPC code is or whatever. And then they look it up in their computer and they say, oh, yeah, it does say in the computer that we have some. And then they are like, well, come with me. We'll go look for it. And I want to be like, girl, I just came from there. And then they walk you over there to the exact same section where you just were and look at the sticker books and try to hand you sticker books that are not the right one. Like, well, here's a Happy Planner sticker book. Just take this one. You know, because they don't know. They don't know that, like, you know, the 1, 2, 3, 4 sticker book is not going to suffice when I'm looking for the Simply Lovely sticker book. Like, they just don't understand that there is a difference. Then she's like, well, why don't you just take this one? And I'm like, well, I'm not looking for the pink student sticker book. You know, she's like, well, here's all of our Happy Planner stickers. Just pick one of these. Like, they don't really know that there are certain ones that are important to us that we're looking for. And I don't know, are we the crazy ones? Probably so, because the people that work in those stores also have to know where all the yarn is. And they also have to know where all the paper is for the Cricut machines. And they have to know where all the washi is and just all the other things that, you know, we don't know goes into working there. So then she says, oh, well, they're in the back in a box, and I'm not going to go back there and get it for you.
Yeah.
So it is so hard. This release has been so hard. And, you know, the worst part is that every time I place an order, there are some people in my life that have to get all judgy and be like, so, Leanne, how many orders have you placed now? And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, I'm not driving back to Joanne. Like, okay, y'all can open your eyes now, like that little, you know.
I'm not judging you.
The guided visualization portion of this podcast has ended. But no, like, I know that you're not judging. I'm just joking. But it's just like when the March 8th stuff dropped on the website, when it was finally time, when there was an online place. I've already mentioned that, you know, I don't want to leave my house. Like, do you have any idea how hard it is for me to get in the car and drive to another craft store? So I'm just like, finally, when they were all released, like, I blacked out. Like, I was putting stuff in the online cart, and I did not even look at the price. I'm surprised I even got the coupon code in there. I hit checkout and just went about my day. And then, Plan with Gabe. That plans with is it Plans with Gabe? I don't even know if I'm saying it right. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes, I love Gabe. I
love Gabe. But I had already placed my order, and he posted something. Yes, Plan with Gabe. He posted something on his stories, and I was like, Gabe, now I have to go back to that Mamby website, and I had to place another order. He put up on his stories a picture of the big seasonal teacher planner. So I had to go order that.
And you know they're coming out with a big teacher's rule book, right? For that planner.
They are?
Yeah.
Like a sticker book?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I never feel bad about buying the sticker books. The fact that I have like 9 new planners from this release, that's what I feel like shame for.
Okay,
Like,
I don't feel shameful for the planners that I own. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I don't feel shameful. For one, the first planner I got, I won in a giveaway, so I didn't purchase it. I won it, and I don't feel shameful for that. The second planner I got was sent to me by Love from Spice. I don't have any shame for that.
uh-huh.
Okay, and the other two planners that I own, well, I had a 60% Ace and More coupon. What do you expect?
Yeah.
So I bought two planners from Michaels. But in my defense, I had planned to Frankenplan two of the planners, and I needed both of them to Frankenplan. So
Well,
technically, it's
you
just
you
one planner.
can't Franken-plan with just one planner. I mean,
Yeah,
you
so
have
that's
to
why I
have
got the other planner.
you have to have more than one because you need an area for your plans and you need an area for your feelings. I mean, you just have
Okay, I can put my feelings in here. I didn't even know that was possible.
you have to have a place for your feelings. So
Right.
anyway, I do want to, and we are going to use this podcast as a place to shout out people that we love because I do love playing with Gabe, but it was his fault. Like this I know that it wasn't his fault that I placed that prior order that weighed 600 pounds and had to be delivered by like a special.
Well, I
But
mean, but while we're blaming people, okay, I wasn't gonna buy no half notes. I was like, I don't need this half notes. This can stay in the store. Magical plans.
oh
Magical plans.
yeah.
She created that Fobonichi, and I was just like, yes, girl, yes. Yes, where have you been all my magical unicorn pony life? Like, I need that Fobonichi in my life.
Yeah.
And then two half sheet notebooks later, because I went back and bought another one too, because I was like, oh, I need some graph paper. And Leanne, Miss Spice Plans over here, posted the one that I had looked at before and said, oh, I'm not going to buy that one with the beautiful flowers that are inside, the beautiful florals.
Yeah.
And I had said, oh, I don't need that. And what happens? Here comes Miss Leanne posting stuff. And I'm like, well, yeah, I need that graph paper and that book and the cover and the rings and the. So and I get to watching At Home with Keita and her half sheets, and I just lose my mind because I'm like, oh, I can put a half sheet here and I can put a half sheet there. I can make a half sheet for my feelings.
You know what? I need an entire half sheet book just for my feelings.
Just for my feelings.
That's what I need. That's what I need. I can have all these books. And you know what? If anybody says, why do you have so many planners? I'm going to be like, well, I have a lot of feelings.
Right.
And I need a place to write down all of my feelings. So if I ever feel like, what am I going to do with these planners that I'm not using? I'll be like, well, I can put my feelings in those.
I can put my feelings in them. Yeah. I know.
Oh, I know.
I'm telling you, I have all these people that I watch and they inspire me. And I'm like, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to put my feelings in it.
Yep. Well, and I need to have a layout for social media and I need to have a layout for all the working out that I know that I'm going to do one day. And I need to have a layout for what I'm eating every day. And I need to have a layout for my feelings. And I need to have a layout for what I'm thankful for and my gratitude. I need to have a layout for what my kids are doing and for what my husband is doing. And, seriously, I could Frankenplan the ultimate planner that is just, I could have a layout for everything. I could be stickering all day. If this could be a job, I would be the best at it.
I know. Why isn't that a job? Why isn't it a place that says, come and sticker your planner all day and we pay $15 an hour?
Yeah, we will pay you and then you can turn right around and send all of your money to the Mamby shop.
Right. That would be like the best job ever.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would
I know. I know. When I told you about how much I spent on the last release, you were like, well, I would have to live outside with my planners.
Girl, I would have had to my box would have been real cute because I could have decorated it and I could have put my feelings in it.
The box that all your stuff came in.
Right. But I would have had to live outside, girl, because the hubs would have been like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. But he
Well,
knows me. Like, one thing I can say, I'm a cheap happy planner. Okay. I love to plan. I love to buy stickers, but honey, I need a coupon. I need a coupon for something. And I don't need no 20% coupon. I need some 30, 40, 50, 60% coupon. I need a coupon so I can get the best value. Because if I got two 60% coupons, that means I can get like 3 items, Like, I don't know.
well, I know, but by the time I've driven to 12
That's
Hobby
true.
Lobbies in
That
three
is so
different
true.
states, it doesn't matter how many 40% off coupons I have, okay?
That's
By
all
the
you
time
get.
I've done that, then I can have ordered from the Mamby shop with their 20% off coupon and just stayed at home.
You know what's crazy though? Because even with this Joann's release, I feel like that is really why everybody was like, I'm done looking. Because what was the point? Why keep driving? I could just stay in the house, order what I need, have it delivered to me, and call it a day. I don't have to keep going out in these planner streets and getting disheveled and my feelings hurt because I can't find my products that I'm looking for.
Well, it makes me sad because when I post a spread on Instagram or when I do a plan with me on YouTube, which, Lord knows my little YouTube channel it's not thriving yet, but, I'm trying. And, somebody comments on one of those places that they can't find the products, and I want for people to be able to find them. Like I want for somebody to say, "Oh my gosh, I love that sticker book. SpicedPlans used it in a spread, and I want to put those stickers in my planner too." Like it's sad for me when I hear people say that they can't find the stuff. Like,
Yes, it
yeah,
is.
like I feel all of this urgency to get everything because, ooh, I want to get this stuff and put it up on my Instagram. But it's just not as fun when people can't get it too. I want for everybody to be able to find it. And it's like it's one thing when people are like, "Oh my gosh, I would never spend that much on a sticker book," and I'm like, "Well, that's your choice. Like, you don't have to." How much money everybody spends on this stuff that is a personal choice. Like, I'm never going to
Yeah,
judge
yeah, you don't.
anybody for how much they spend or how much they don't want to spend or
Mhm.
whatever.
Right.
Um,
You don't do that. I feel like, like I tease you, but, we're friends and stuff. But, like,
yeah,
I don't feel like people should be in other people's business about, like, how much money they spent on this release. Or, I mean, if the person's significant other or whatever didn't have a problem with it, why do you? So, kind of
right.
just, like, mind your business in these streets, okay?
Yeah, yeah. It's well, and I don't want to, while we're in the process of kind of like shouting out other planner babes, I just finished last night watching Heather Kell's planner pet peeve video. Did you watch it?
I watched some of it. I don't think I finished it all the way. I did watch quite a bit of it though.
So I watched it and I was really interested because, everybody's that's kind of a trend right now is posting what your planner community pet peeves are. And I've really been listening to some people and they've had a lot to say and some of the stuff I can, kind of relate to. But one of the things that she doesn't like is one of her planner pet peeve is planner pet peeves. Because whatever anybody is doing in their planner, if it's working for them, then that's what it's all about. Is that if you put, there are some girls that don't want any white space. So they buy Etsy kits and they cover up all of the white space. And that doesn't work for me, but it might work for them. Or there are some people who, they use a lot of washi. Like I buy washi, but then I forget to use it. And that's just me. But there's some people that like to put it on a lot of washi and that's what works for them. So, what she was saying was, whatever works for you, if it's working for you in your planner, then that's what you're supposed to do. And that's like what it's all about is that it's your planner. And I feel like it's the same when it comes to what we purchase. And I'm never going to say, well, everybody needs to go out and buy these sticker books because I bought them. But, I'm not posting the pictures to say, like, well, look at how many sticker books I bought. It's more like the more, when I have the sticker books, it just enhances the amount of art, like the amount, like my artistic outlet is to put the stickers on the page. And it helps me be able to do that. You know, we talk about FOMO and not being able to have everything. I just feel like I'm still kind of not 100% confident in the fact that I am able to do this. Like every time I put a spread up and I'm like, yeah, I'm not really sure if that one was very good. And you're like, lies, you're lying. I'm just like, I'm not really sure if I'm doing this right still, you know?
I think we talked about this because this goes back to that same thing that I did in my planner when I did that ugly spread that it was so ugly to me. Like I wrote in my planner all the way up until Wednesday, and I might just go back and fill in the rest of the stuff, but like I didn't even want to look at the page anymore because I was just so disgusted with myself.
But it wasn't ugly. It just wasn't you.
It wasn't ugly, but it was not me. And I think that's what bothered me the most was I tried to step outside of my creative stuff and try out something else that other people do. And I realized that, like you said, once you find you, do you.
Yes, exactly.
And I love your playing with me videos because you're doing you, and also you're doing the style of videos that you enjoy. I enjoy talking, but when it comes to me putting the stickers down on my paper, I don't really like to talk. And I noticed that even when I go on planner day with my friend, we talk to each other, but like most of the time our head is in our planner and in our stickers. Like we're not talking to each other, unless it's like, hey, do you like this sticker? Or hey, do you like this washi? Other than that, there's no talking going on. It's just us working in our planners. So
yeah,
I kind of film my videos the same way. I want you guys to go and grab your coffee, your tea, your snack, whatever you need to do. Grab your planner, come playing with me, and I'll put on some music and we'll just relax, plan in our planners and call it a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's others like you and Heather Kell, even a couple people that you watch, that you've mentioned before that you love to watch because they talk and they
planning with Bumble. I really like to watch her. And she normally, when she's planning, she talks about the stickers that she's putting on the page. Like she's definitely discussing what she's doing. She's discussing that she's looking through the book and she's, and for some reason, whatever it is that she's doing, it feels very real, like she feels very, like, yeah, I might have to flip through this sticker book 3 or 4 times before I find the right sticker, but that's okay. Like for whatever reason, I love to watch her. Like she's so relaxing to me. Like it's really easy for me to go to sleep after I've watched a few of her videos. Not because she's boring. That is not at all me saying that she's boring. It's me saying that that's a great way for me to unwind after a busy day is to like lay down in my bed and watch a few like soft like videos that she does because she's so calm and relaxing. And
yes, she does have a really relaxing voice.
Yeah.
At Home with Keita is the same way for me. Like her voice, she totally has a mom voice. Sometimes I just want to ask her, can you just get on here and read a bedtime story? Like her voice is so nice.
Yes, it really is. Yeah, and her planning space too is very calm and serene. I'm talking about Keita.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
like her
so jelly of her craft room. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, and when she does that, when she did the tour where she showed like, well, here's where I film and here's my lighting and here's the windows and here's where I have all my stuff and just that room just has all of this like calming in her whole like aesthetic, like everything about her is very like clean and polished and it does have a calm feel to me. So yeah, I can definitely feel that too. So we have been talking for quite a while, for considering this is our first episode. Should we wrap it up?
I think we should. I think we've been talking for about 2 hours, so we're gonna have
a long time.
A long time, but it's our first podcast. We're branching out, and we're both a little nervous.
Yeah.
But I think overall we have given you. Yeah. I know I can talk. Okay, we have given you.
I'm not sure.
I'll put that in my feelings tonight. Okay,
I'm gonna need you to write about that. Three planner spreads worth. How do you feel about the first podcast?
But I think we have given you guys a good foundation of what we want this podcast to be about. You guys can kind of see that me and Spice both have different personalities. We even both have different planning styles, but I think that's what makes us great together. Okay, she's Spice, I'm Sugar, and when we come together, baby, we're making magic. Okay,
we make good Chinese food. No. No, that's sweet and sour. Sorry.
Somebody wants some egg rolls.
Well, it's dinner time.
Right. So, actually, I'm gonna. It's crazy because my hubs is about to get off work, so we're just in here having fun and just kind of showing you guys our personality and giving you guys a foundation of what Hello Happy is going to be about. And honestly, when me and Leanne came to me about this whole thing, I was just like, girl, we have got something, and I'm ready to ride with you. Let's do this. And I feel like it just came at a time when I was already thinking about doing a podcast, but I wasn't really sure what direction I wanted to go or what I wanted to do. And then it was like, boom, Hello Happy.
Happy Planner.
And when we came up with the name Hello Happy, we were both like, that's the name.
Yes.
For a fact that it should be called Hello Happy because that is joy. We choose joy every day. You choose kindness and we choose love, and that is something that embodies happy. You know what I mean? So I'm just super excited, and I cannot wait for this podcast to take off. And I hope you guys have enjoyed me and Spice, and I hope you guys take something from this podcast and be sure to be positive in your everyday life and to choose happy and to just be a better version of you, because that is definitely what Happy Planner has brought to me, is to want to be a better version of me. So Spice, I'm going to give it to you. You're going to sign us off, girlfriend.
Well, okay. So what I want to say before we sign off is what we want for you guys to do now is we want for you to go over to the Instagram page, Hello Happy Podcast. That is what we are. We are at Hello Happy Podcast. That is our Instagram. What is that handle? Instagram name? That's our Instagram account, is Hello Happy Podcast.
Yes.
And you will see throughout the week, throughout the coming days there, we are going to kind of issue you a challenge. So if you'll pay attention there in our stories and in our feed, things that we have mentioned in the podcast today will slowly start to kind of trickle into that Instagram account. And, anytime that I see a spread that I'm, particularly inspired by, or anytime that, Queen sees something that she's inspired by, we're going to repost it there just so that, if we mention it in the podcast, you guys will have a reference point so that you can look at it. That will kind of be our home base throughout the week, so that if anybody wants to chat with us or talk to us, like, that's where you will find us, and we will both be available there. And we are going to start opening up the podcast to community involvement. So whatever is coming up in the following week for the next podcast, you will hear about it there. So if you want to contribute to the show, you can find out on our Instagram what exactly it is that we're looking for from you for the next episode. So don't you think, Queen, that's a good kind of place to send them?
Yeah, definitely. Send your request in, any thoughts that you have for topics. That would be awesome. Because we want to come together as a community, and we definitely want to talk about the things you guys are interested in talking about or hearing about.
Yes, if you know of a topic that you think would be great for us to discuss, or if you have any questions for us personally, then you can go there. And then wherever it is that you're listening to this podcast, please be sure to subscribe and make sure that you get those, subscription numbers up for us so that we can make sure that we are, getting out there and people know about us, and tell your friends, tell your planner community friends, just so that everybody can get a chance to say hello, happy. And yes, we will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.